Hey guys, it's HTOMario, and I'm going to be showing you a Terran against Protoss game that was played earlier today on the ladder. So this is against a pretty good player. He seems to know what he's doing against Mech. We've played a few games. I believe he's won more than he's lost, but I'm not entirely sure. This is... I don't know, I think it's the second in the series, or the third. I kind of just... pick them out of my replay file. So I'm not sure if I win or lose this one, because I think we played 2 or 3 on this map. So I'm opening up with a 10 supply depot and a 12 barracks, and I've been fiddling a little bit with a 14 gas. So what I do is, there are several things you can do. So I try to get out 2 Marines, and that gives me time to get the reactor, and sometimes I pull the SCVs from the gas so that I can get a command center sooner, and sometimes I leave them in so I can get a factory sooner. Not really a preference, it's just something that I've been doing. And then right after, your first Marine pops out, you can get a supply depot over here. Or, not over there, just in general. In this situation, I leave one SCV in the gas when I get my reactor, and then get my command center on the low ground. I scout him out, and I see that he's got 1 gas and a mothership core coming, and I see no other units, so I know there's not going to be a poke. This allows me to play a little bit greedy, because I know there's not going to be like any oracle play, and I know there's going to be no front pressure yet, so I go ahead and drop a 3rd command center. This is not something that I would normally do, but it's an adaptation to what I scouted. We continue to produce Marines, and once we drop the 3rd command center, we go back in the gas. We have a bunker out front to help prevent, stalker poke here or there. And then we get a factory right above. So we can benefit from this reactor in a little. We do kind of want the watchtowers. It's not the biggest deal, and over here I have Marines on patrols for proxy pylons and hidden expos. And maybe spot drops or oracles. And I also scan his base and see, it's an upgrade, it's a cannon. So you're playing kind of defensive.
Add-on complete.
But I also know there's an observer about to leave your base. So what I'm doing is, I'm like, okay, let's see if we can snipe a few observers. This isn't something you normally want to do. You only want like 1 turret where you need it. And in this situation, I spend a lot of minerals trying to catch the observer. So what I do is I put 1 turret back here, and this will help me if he drops back here. 1 turret over here, which is okay in case he tries to drop here. And 1 turret over here, which is okay if he tries to get a warp prism here. So kind of covering my bases a little bit. Something like they're all slightly out of position. They're not that bad. You can see we were able to kill an observer. So this missile turret was definitely worth it. And he wasn't able to see anything. So by doing this, we were able to make sure that he couldn't see how greedy we were playing, and he doesn't know what we're defending with, which isn't much. We also have a Marine over here scouting to check his 3rd. So we know when he's taking that. In his space, he doesn't really have that many units, so he can't really break me. I'm going to decide to play even greedier and get another command center here, since he doesn't have much of an idea of what I'm doing. We have a lot of SCVs. There's 49 to 51, or 52 to 51. It's kind of even, and that's bad, because for every orbital we have, it's like an extra 4 SCVs. So we're very much ahead economically. We also are getting double upgrades. And we're going to two reactors, and a tech lab, and then a starport. And since we're getting our 3rd up, here comes the missile turret ring, which is actually just in time. He does delay a little bit. If he didn't, this would be easier for him to get in. So you can see that we built this missile turret, this one, and this one, and it cost 75 minerals, I think, or 100 minerals per missile turret. Yeah, 100 minerals. So that's 300 minerals. And we killed an observer, which was about 100 minerals, and we killed a worker, which was 50. So the game's kind of even right now, but These 200 minerals have not been paid for. Yeah, and neither has these 200. So that's 400 minerals that we haven't had a chance to use yet. And you can see this warp prism is about 200, so there's 600 minerals here. And normally this turret would not have killed this warp prism, but the one that we built earlier did. So again, still came of use, and now they've not only paid for themselves, they've shut down a lot of harass. They've put us ahead in the resources lost tab, when we're also ahead in the workers, and we're already on 4 bases to his now establishing 3. It comes over here to harass, which sucks, but I do save most of the workers. Getting 2-2. He's getting +3 armor, he isn't getting the attack. We're getting Vikings, just in case of Colossi, because we know he went for the robotics tech. And we're getting 2 more starports here. So the starports in this situation are going to be for Ravens and Banshees. See, normally I would go for 5 factories, but in this situation I'm going for 3. Why might I do that? Well, my economy was really booming, and he wasn't being very aggressive, so I thought I could get away with it, and was being greedy and teching sooner. Which in this case, I kind of was able to get away with it. He healed a lot, but I got to use the extra gas from this base to go ahead and boost up my ability for tech. So I was able to afford these. You can see I'm getting the Ravens, the Raven Energy, and so on. Sorry about that. It's my newborn child. One of the reasons why I haven't been making so many videos recently. You can see that I'm getting the Widowmine burrow. This will be useful if he makes a sky transition, and I haven't really seen any AoE, so Widowmines are definitely useful in this case, which is one of the reasons why I'm getting them, and 2 Medivacs to do drop. So there isn't really any AoE here, not even an Archon, so Widowmines are great when there isn't any form of splash, although he's getting Storm now. You can see more supply depots. I believe I have, the range upgrade for the missile turrets. I like to put a command center in this location, and I like to put one in this location for future expos. So we got some Hellbat drops going out, or Widowmine drop, and this one is a Hellbat drop. So they're heading off in different directions to try to cripple his economy a little bit more, since he crippled mine a little. Not to the point where we're behind. It's pretty even, even though he's getting his 4th right now. It's not saturated yet, excuse me, really tired. No, he does have Storm though. So the Widowmines are going to be a little bit less effective. Getting some more Banshees. We're getting the 3-3 upgrades. And we're about max. We're once again about the same supply, although we have more workers, so his army supply is a little stronger, you can see. But if you go to active forces, actually his is currently more gas intensive. He's investing himself in a lot of Templar. He's got a lot of High Templar, and we only have a few Ravens, so that's one of the reasons why the cost is so different. See, even there, the mineral side, it's definitely better. He comes in for an attack. Well, we're establishing this base as a planetary, and we kept some siege tanks over here with a missile turret kind of further up to help deter against, any Dark Templar warp-ins, so the siege tanks can cover a large array. This is about where the detection will come in for the missile turrets, and you can see we can shoot right under that. Getting a sensor tower so we can see if he's going to attack there, where he's going to attack. We're also getting Banshees and Cloak, since we see that he's got a lot of ground forces. There haven't been really any air tech switches, although High Templar are really good against banshees in small numbers, they are very useful. And you can see I have a few banshees and a lot of Viking just in case of colossi and air transitions. They're also good at sniping observers, so he can't feed back the banshees. Trying to keep a tab on where he is. You'll notice that usually when they enter my sensor tower, I try to see exactly what's there. So check the army composition to know exactly what I need to send. 1 point defense turn. I drop them as I need them. You never want to drop too many. Sometimes I make that mistake, but you never, ever want to drop too many point defense turns. We've established his 4th, he's got his 4th, he's also not getting his 5th, we can see that with this Mech. Sorry about that. So we see that with the Mech, that's why I had him there to kind of scout it out. And we're sending some Hellbats over to this location to try to cripple. And we're sending Banshees over to this location. So what we're trying to do now is stall for some time. We definitely have a considerable bank. And we see he's coming in here, so I'm dropping point defense drones as needed. Hunter Seeker Missile. And we do kind of blow him up there. You know, he doesn't have a lot of shields left because of the Hunter Seeker Missile. We don't have any ghosts right now. We don't quite need the ghosts since we do have different forms of getting rid of the shield, like the Hunter Seeker Missile. Although ghosts are really effective, he doesn't have a lot of Archons, and against Archon Immortal, ghosts are really something that's necessary. So, in this situation though, again, not too many Archons, so the Banshees are doing an okay job at getting rid of the shield, so the Hellbats, and in combination with the Ravens, it's alright. The Banshees are keeping him busy over here. We wiped out a lot of workers over here, and we were able to kill this base with the Banshees. So we sacrificed some Hellbats, and we're using Banshees to keep him busy. Overall, pretty good. Now we're trying to establish this base while he's trying to attack in this location. With the Dark Templar there, we will be forced to lift. And our primary goal is to secure this base because it already has a planetary fortress in the missile turrets. So it's a lot less of an investment to get this base going over this one. So we are going to have to lift that. We're getting another sensor tower a little bit closer to the planetary fortress in this situation. Now, since we saw some Archons starting to morph, we're getting some ghosts. It's pretty late in the game for ghosts, but they're not terrible. They're also great at anti-air, and my Viking count was hurt a little bit. We still have a decent bit, but we want to make sure we have enough anti-air. We're also still getting Banshees, so what we can do with the ghosts is we can get any Archons, so they die instantly, and that doesn't leave a lot of anti-air for Banshees, unless it's a lot of Stalkers, but I have point defense drone. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of mixing them in here. The Banshee is something I'm experimenting with a lot more lately. You can see I'm not really going to attack there because I see something on the map over here. So I'm being a little careful. I could also stand to lose some workers. I don't want this medi in this stage of the game because I'm maxed out. I want to replace it with army. Now here, it is something I'm going to have to take care of, so I send these Banshees over, which is another reason why they're great, is they're great at clearing out harassment like this. I accidentally had some stuff over here. This Banshee's definitely causing some trouble. Just keeping him back up in his base, and we're denying this base, so now that we have this location and this location, we definitely have a larger gas income than we need at the moment. So that's always great. This Banshee did some work over here. He killed a pylon. He's kept him kind of moving around. We retreated him. He lost his usefulness when the dissector was there. He's got a lot of Archons now, so I'm glad that we got some ghosts. If you look at the unit count, we have 4 Ravens, 9 Ghosts, 18 Hellbat, 4 Tanks, 16 Vikings, 8 Banshees, 2 Thors. And we're finishing up our upgrades. We got a second armory early in the game, so we could get all the melee upgrades, and now we're just finishing the air ones. We don't have one on gas over here, which sucks because we need all the gas we can get. And if you look at my location, or my vision, we see, oh, there he is. We're gonna go attack. That's a pretty large chunk. So we scan, okay, he's definitely committing what's all there, so I can mentally prepare for the battle. How do I want to engage it? And I decide, okay, we're not gonna quite be able to save the planetary, so let's try to cut him off at the pass. I'm moving a little slow, but there we go. It sounds faster. So we try to cut off what we can. We snipe a Templar. We snipe a... And I want to say Immortal, but it's a Void Ray. And I didn't get Ghost, or Cloak, and in this situation I realized that. I was like, oh, I tried the Cloak, but I didn't have it. And now he's coming in here to try to do as much damage as he can. And we're just rebuilding the command center down here so we can fly it over. And we're going to go ahead and send the Banshees to clean that up and rebuild the factory. And here he comes again. And now he's going in this location, so we're like, okay, we have to kind of split our army. So we keep the Banshees over here, land the Vikings, fly them over. Archon's attacking over here. And from this situation, so our primary goal is, okay, usually you do want your Thors in the explosive splash mode, and what you want to do is you want a Hunter Seeker missile and then EMP, because the Hunter Seeker missile takes a lot more time. So in this case, you can see Hunter Seeker missile and then EMP, and what this allows you to do is really blow up the army. So you can see 168 for the Hunter Seeker missiles and 112 after. If they do not move out of the range, if they even can escape, they take a lot of damage. And you can see the Ghosts, we're doing okay with the Thors against the Void Rays. So we're doing a decent amount of damage, and we're re-landing this over here. And now we're kind of on the offensive. He's going ahead and attack over here. So there's a little back and forth banter. He said it was imbalanced, and I'm like, I'm 1Aing. When in reality I'm EMPing and the Hunter Seeker missling and so on. So we're coming over here to defend. We did get the building armor, so it's taken us a lot longer to die. But he was able to kill it, which sucks. So in this one we're just going to rebuild back in this location. He did some harassment over here, I believe, to shut this down. And made us cancel the command center. So now we have some units over here for defense, and we're going to get a missile turret so we can scout. So these are just here to prevent the harass while we mine in this location while this base comes up. And we wipe out that base. And we can see that he's getting a fourth one here. So we know that he doesn't have too much left. The game is nearly over. And we can't be quite sure what his supply is at, but we know that we're at 200 and he's at 97. We know that we're at 200, but we don't know what he has. We have a lot of Vikings, we have Thors, and we have Ghosts. We have a lot of anti-air. We have some SCVs to repair. We have point defense drones. So the Vikings can't really do too much. And he's getting cut off at the Thors there. And here, he catches up, and a little bit of an EMP. No shields. And they die, and that's game over. We did end up with quite a few Banshees. So, pretty interesting composition, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And thanks for watching. I'm sorry that the videos haven't been coming out as much, but I'll try to do more with the amount of hours I've been playing. I've been playing in between 8 to 10 hours a day. It doesn't leave much time for videos and so forth, but for like my replays, if you want my replays, since I don't have as much time to do YouTube videos, but I'll definitely keep trying. Be sure to check out the localfactory.webs.com. There should be a link below, and you can get a subscription for $4.99, and you can get all my replays each month, or each day. I send them out at the end of the day of each day that I play. So, thanks for watching, guys.